Bawadi just redeemed Wendy O'Clock.
Yeah, I know I'm leaving here tonight, and into that onesie. I do what I'm told. Happy Friday, everybody. Onesie is on. That redemption had been in the system all of what, 90 seconds? Well, live that is, for 90 seconds. And Waddy found it and requested it, redeemed it, and is streaking. Waddy's streaks are working. Woo! Woo! There we go. Anyway, let's do our official stuff out the way. Waddy! Nice to see you, Waddy. Thank you for the redemption. Phoenix! I don't know why it's playing the crashing train picture over that, but I did promise some stuff would be changed going into this stream, and I got a chunk of it done. So we've got a bit of a refresh of some new and some classic sound alerts, some holiday related, some throwbacks from back in the day, and a couple new things. Some I completely missed. Just I brain farted on them. My apologies, Phoenix. I will fix that right now. I figured there was going to be something vital that I forgot, but that's all right. I knew we'd bring it up and we'd get it done. I'll fix that right now. Let's see. I also kind of had to relearn because they've changed the sound alerts interface so much. Let's see.
Clay Carrington got drafted by Jim today. Jim today gifted a tier 1 sub to Clay Carrington.
Things are going nuts! So much is happening!
Mr. H Gamer got drafted by Jim today. Jim today gifted a tier 1 sub to
One Gem Hype Train to kick us off. Some awesome folks in there getting those gifted subs, including Clay Carrington and Mayor Bear.
Drafted by Jim today.
Thank you, Jim, for the 5 bomb.
One sub to Glitchhawk 27067.
All right, while Trashly does that, I'm going to go through here and make sure I finish.
Jim today gifted a tier 1 sub to Maribel Panda Booty. Mate _ 112,520 got drafted by Jim today.
Right, we'll take that one out.
To Mate _ 112,520.
All right. All right, looking for Mexican pizza. Put that back in. Thank you for the 1 Gem Hype Train to kick off our first official stream of December, because I missed Tuesday. As you can probably hear, I'm still not in the best shape here. So, we may not be able to go the whole time just because, yeah, as voice constraints and everything else will allow. Where the hell's Mexican pizza? There it is. All right, it's applying the change. There, I'll drag it up Drag it up the field a bit. All right, I think it should be there now, or it should, or very, very shortly, quickly. Yeah. All right, let's see. Let's see what I missed here. All right, I think Phoenix said something earlier on. Gods, what a month. Oh, yeah, if you were in Phoenix's stream yesterday, you got to hear all about the nightmares of the holiday season that Phoenix is putting up with right now, and it is ridiculous. And we send Phoenix all the best to get through this without going postal. And then we got Waddy's 3-stream streak. Thank you very much. The starting soon music was very loud in comparison to your current volume. Oh, I'm sorry. Like my talkie volume is quiet. My talkie volume is quiet. I can turn it up. How about that? I've got a limiter on, so we won't go into the red, but it may stomp it down a little. Just try not to do that into the microphone. Turned it down to 1% volume, then didn't see that you'd started because I turned it so low. Oh, no worries, no worries. Phoenix's Mexican pizza. And then Jim! The official greeting there. The one and only Incredible Waddy says, Jim commands and Eric obeys, and the rest of us follow our orders as well. Yeah, I gotta stop it from rolling that. I gotta stop it from rolling a train every time someone does something. But it tastes delicious. Oh, I okay, there we go. Okay. I guess that was set as a global alert. So I've turned off the global alerts. So hopefully we shouldn't. Oh, and Jim throwing another sub down.
1574 got drafted by Jimmer today. Jimmer today gifted a tier 1 sub to Pereira 1574.
Well, thank you so much for the 6 gifted subs. Greatly appreciated. All right, now we're at the 5 bomb Jim dropped. I'm catching up in chat here. I'm catching up. Hell yeah, got some good ones in there in reference to the gifted subbers. Definitely feeling the holiday spirit with that one. Jim is in the heart of train culture. I just had to do it. Well, it is great. It is appreciated. And by that, it was last week you said you were traveling to Japan. So I assume that means you're there now because you said you were there for a few weeks. So I hope that's going well. I hope that is going very well. My sister is also in Japan right now. I'm sure you know. No, I think your music volume was just really... Oh, it might have been. It might have been. Your talkie volume is good. Okay. Okay. There we go. All is once again right with the world, except for that train. Well, that should be fixed, at least. So the next sound alert that plays shouldn't hit that... Well, it was supposed to just be for Hype Train, but I think I did it wrong. And my iPad monitor down here is showing me last stream and not the current stream for some reason. All right, let's... I swear I had everything ready to go, and then... Okay, there we are. Now we're back. But yeah, updated... Channel point snoot rewards. Clearly, I added 1Z o'clock. Waddy found it immediately. I also, as I said last time, reactivated the holiday ones. Although I think I may have overwritten the one for Oh Deer, which is the deer hat with the flappy ears. So I have that one here. And what we're gonna do is if someone redeems elf hat, we'll give them the option if you want that or you want the Oh Deer. And again, I apologize in advance. I'm going to be trying not to hack and clear my throat this whole time, but we're fighting whatever this plague is. All right. And then Jim gifting the 6th gifted sub, greatly appreciated. Rounding out that hype train at 78% of level 2. We'll give you 2 dongs of the ringy dingy just as soon as we finish catching up in chat. Hell yeah, Jim, says Waddy. So Phoenix says our market team decided to keep the grape train rolling on us today. Oh, I see what you're... We told them to slow up on our orders. They decided to increase them because yay bonus for them. Oh, geez, Phoenix. Fucking holiday retail. Nobody wins. Everybody loses. Well, shit managers are the only winners because they beg, borrow, cheat, and steal to maximize their bonuses at the expense of everybody else because they're the only ones that get one. Choo choo, I am training every day, but having heard your sister's Japanese, mine is crap by comparison. Well, I mean, she's been that was her BA was in Japanese, and she's lived more or less in Japan for 15 plus years now, so well, that's a bit of a better excuse. Complete with having a Japanese husband and bilingual and 4 bilingual children, because I assume new number 5 isn't talking yet, but knowing my sister, freaking might be. That sucks. And also, I don't like that phrase personally. Yeah, I agree with you, Waddy. It's kind of... Bonuses for asshole behavior shouldn't be a thing. I agree. All right, that is caught up in chat, so I'm going to stand up and you'll get to... I mean, we haven't seen it since last year, but it's the classic kitty cat Christmas onesie, so you'll get a look at this as we go and grab the caboose bell for the dongs of the ringy dingy. Let's see the kitties. That's what he said. All right, I'll get a little closer to the camera so you can see it. And it's also got a whole bunch of pockets. There's the regular belly pockets, and there's zip-up side pockets as well. And the zipper is two-way. It's a two-way zipper. It zips down from here, and there's another zipper that's down there, so when you need to go to the bathroom, you can zip up from the bottom, and you don't have to, like, you know, lay it all out on the line. Well, we saw them in red. That's cool, too. That one kitty with the wide open mouth is so funny. Better be in the merch store. They don't have an option for onesies, unfortunately. And I did look. The only way I could have one in there is if I was to source them on my own, and then I can list a physical item that I have for sale in that same store. And then I have to, you know, send it out myself. I mean, it's not like I haven't thought about producing my own onesie, but it would not be cheap. And just imagine this covered with the cat lawyer or Pocket Man. Anya! Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Happy Friday. So yeah, I've been more or less fighting this thing back all week. It started as like a sore throat and a headache, and then it's stayed at a baseline. It hasn't gotten really bad. It's just like there and kind of annoying. I had like a sore, prickly throat for a while. I've had terrible sleep, as you can probably see in my eyes, just because this comes with a very, very dry cough, which leads to like a tickle on the tonsils, which no matter how, no amount of hacking or cough drops or anything like that will quench. So the last couple nights, it's been like 3-4 a.m. by the time I've finally gotten to sleep. I took yesterday off work because, again, it was getting up to 4 o'clock. I hadn't slept at all, and I'm just like, I can't commute an hour and then do the office thing and then go home and everything. So I took yesterday off and stayed in bed until about 12:30. Got some sleep. Today was work from home, so I didn't take another day. I just, I guess my work on the couch day. So aside from like a 90-minute department meeting via Teams I had to do, there wasn't a whole lot of other work I had to do, so I got to just kind of blah. And it's also really cold right now. We have a really crazy cold snap. I think it got to -11 here last night, and I don't think it got above single digits all day. It's currently 13. No, it's currently 16. Oh, I guess it did get into double digits. But it's been very cold as well. So, and then, which means the heat's running more, which means the air is very dry, and that doesn't help with the dry, hacky, itchy throat thing. So, but hopefully, whatever this is, I'm getting it out of my system now, and I'm good for the rest of the year. It's the way to think about it, I guess. But, but because of that, and as you can see, I don't have the speaking capacity to get us through the whole normal stream time. And I'll try to hack as minimally as possible. But all right, we got to do the dongs the dongs of the ringy dingy here for Jim's One Jim Hype Train, hyping us all the way from Japan. This one's for Jim. One ringy dingy. Two ringy dingy. And 3 ringy dingy, because we're giving an extra one. And I almost fall backwards in my chair. But thank you for the One Gem Hype Train. Greatly, greatly appreciated. Great way to kick off our first December stream. The last month of the year, believe it or not, is here. Believe it or not, is here. It looks like I missed a lot in chat. I can scroll back up. I got to talking and missed a lot more in chat. That better be in the merch store. It's a requirement. I'll see what I can do about sourcing custom onesies. We're pretty much letting the market fail, so Regional comes in and looks at them. Hey, whatever you got to do, Phoenix. Whatever you got to do. Animes, greetings. Wait, have you taken? I've got one in the bathroom. It's not this. There's an entirely separate virus going around. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but the prickly sore throat, the headache, all this other stuff is like my symptoms are batting 1,000 for it. So I'll take it if I have to, but this is most likely what it is. Might be a good tactic. We hope you guys get some traction. Even better if it could happen before Christmas. Why are you on stream? Go to bed. Well, we're not going to go the whole time, and we missed Tuesday because I was feeling worse on Tuesday, and then I was actually going to stream Tuesday despite feeling like shit, and then I had a whole bunch of computer problems crop up. My displays were like flickering and staticky and like nothing I had ever really seen. So, and that was right around the time I was going to start the stream, so I'm like, that is a sign from the universe. We just got to cut our losses. So we did. But we're here tonight. So we got some year in review stuff to go through, some of which we've seen Waddies and Phoenixes, and we're going to go a little deeper and see which other ones we can go into as well, just for the fun of it, or if you're into fish, just for the halibut. That was so stupid. But yeah, there is also between today and hopefully next Tuesday, I started putting stuff up today. There are some new items starting to roll into the merch store. I know I've been saying I would for a long time, and I finally am. So we got a couple new things in there. A new version of a new well, it's again because since they moved us to a different manufacturer, some old design, so it's the return of some old designs. Specifically, we got a from this provider sourced Pocket Man shirt and sweatshirt, and we have a brand new item that we've never offered before, which is a Pain Water aluminum can style drinking glass. It's not a pint glass, but and last but not least, a really bougie looking. Well, here I'll just pull it up. So we got.
Whoa, Mayor
that was a new sound.
Just cheered 1 bits. Swiggity swooty.
And Trashly is saying it differently. Okay, well, swiggity swa-ooty. Mayor Bear's backing up that booty. Nice to see you, Mayor Bear. Welcome in. Nice to see you. So yeah, we got a Pocket Man mug for all your secret sauce drinking needs. Pocket Man t-shirt, Pocket Man sweatshirt. So we've got Pocket Man making you sweat shirt. And it's your pal Pocket Man. This one I'm proud of. This is a knit vest that features our friend the cat lawyer. So it's a nice courtroom vest, but it doesn't have sleeves, so you won't get too warm. And that just made me laugh. And then this one I had a lot of fun putting together. We have our it's like an aluminum can, but it's glass, and it's Pain Water designed. So, the only Snoot Troop approved way to sip some crispy Pain Water. And it has an optional lid and metal straw as well. It's like an extra $1, but it's not required. So, that's pretty neat. Just a couple things in there, and the rest of it I'm hoping to get put up over the weekend so that it's there, because I've promised it. But yeah, I dig this. I dig this. Just an old man sweater with a cat lawyer in it. I may revise the design, but we'll see. Oh, and Anyme on a 3-stream streak as well. Thank you so much. Oh, you're at 3 degrees. Yeah, also you. Oh, Jim, you're in Japan now. How's it going? Asks Waddy. Okay, putting the keyboard down and lurking, because I'm crafting. Need the space on my desk. No worries, Anyme. No worries. Ooh, crafting. And then Mayor Bear coming in here. Nice to see you. The vest. Mayor Bear. It's going great. It's 49 degrees Fahrenheit as opposed to 1 degree Fahrenheit. Great food. Been a lot of area travel. That sounds awesome. That sounds awesome. That's what Waddy says too. That sounds awesome. Glad it's going well and you're having a good time. Mayor Bear just saw Weekend for Good with some folks. Nice, nice. Glad you got a chance to go out and see it. Definitely doesn't hit like the first one did, but it's the second act of the musical, so it wasn't going to hit like the first one did, because that's the big issue with the musical, is everything is front loaded, and then you go to intermission and you come back and it's like, okay. Now heading to a Queen dance party event thing called Jellyfish. Well, have an amazing time with that, Mare Bear. Get out there and shake that thing. And enjoy yourself. So, yeah, our plan for tonight, we're going to go through... Well, first and foremost, we're going to go through our Twitch recap, which we've seen Waddy do. If you were on Waddy's stream on Wednesday, Phoenix and Lamp did theirs yesterday. This is what I was gonna do on Tuesday. I was gonna do a stream just long enough to do the Twitch recap, but so we're gonna do it now. And I have not looked. I've been very patient. I've been very good. I haven't looked at it. I've wanted to, but I haven't. So we'll get to experience this together. I haven't even looked at the. And when the others did the community section, I turned away because I didn't want to see it. I know the community section doesn't really apply to us because we are not those people. So, but again, I wanted to experience it for myself here. So that's what we're gonna do. Let's get into it now. So I think we're gonna do this. We're going to start with this one, which is the community one. So this is all of y'all. As opposed to starting with viewer, which is my personal one. So we'll start with all y'all, just to spice things up. Did we? Oh, okay. All right, well, here we go. Here's our community Twitch recap for this channel. Our stream, we streamed 295 hours. We did 104 streams. All right, cool. We cracked into the triple digits. So, not quite 2 streams a week. But also, like, there were some streams where the stream died. We had to restart. We missed some weeks in there because of productions and other stuff. But again, we at least hit triple digits. Well, I think mathematically, well, there's 52 weeks in a year. We are scheduled to stream twice a week, so that's 104, isn't it? 2 weeks, twice a week, 52 weeks a year, that's 104. Okay, well, because of stream failures and everything, we technically streamed all the streams we meant to stream in 2025. So there. Average 2 per week. Just noticed autocorrect turned it to Queen. It's Queer Dance Party. Oh, I just assumed it was a dance party with Queen music, and I was like, that sounds awesome. But now that we know it's a queer dance party, I just assume there's going to be some Queen music played. Yeah, 104 total streams. Oh, here we go. Okay, streamed on 90 distinct days. So that's the more appropriate number. We probably had about 90 streams, and because of restarts and things, did 104. That sounds a bit more. Because we didn't miss a whole lot, but there's a couple like whole weeks in there we missed and whatnot. 2,616 hours watched. Seems like a good number. All right, top categories. No surprise here. Marbles on stream. I mean, we do it every single time. So no surprises there. Just chatting. We're just chatting now. When we're not specifically going in with the game in mind, I set it to just chatting. Lost records. Hell yeah, we'll take that. We very rarely play launch day games just because you wait a little bit and you don't have to spend full price on them. But this is one I wanted because it was from the makers of Life is Strange. So is Tell Me Why, which was another good one for us. Detroit Become Human, that did better. I guess better than I thought it would. Had fun on that one. What the heck is that other one? What is this? What is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Is that just there to fill space? Okay. Yeah, 3. Okay, so I was like, what 6th game did we play that's a goat? What goat game we didn't play Goat Simulator. The goat is a placeholder. Okay. 90 stream sounds like toilet humor. Hey. Oh, that would have been a shitty joke. But yeah, Lost Records, loved playing that. Tell Me Why, had fun playing that. Yeah, very cool. Very cool. All right, our top stream, 28 viewers, not bad, not bad. We don't do high numbers, but we do consistent numbers. And I'll take consistency over random spikes of high numbers anyway. I think the highest number we ever had in stream was, I think, 82. It was either 82 or 87. And that was my first year on the platform because we got a random raid from someone with like 70 something people in it. And that is, I've never again in the years since had a stream with that many people in it. So we peaked at 28, which pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. I'll take that. Top tags, English drops enabled. Okay, I guess I set that as a tag for some reason at some point. I did update my tags a couple months ago, so otherwise I hadn't touched them in years. But, all right. Vermont, we'll take that. We received 38,709 chats. I wonder how many of those are exclamation point play. I wish we could dive that far into the statistics, because that's probably like 15,000 of them, I would say. I would wager a guess. All right, top channel emotes. All right, Snoots, Trashly, the dang hot... It was the dang hot dog. The dang hot dog's the winner. Okay. Trashly finishing second. Just because we can't let her finish first. It'll go to her head. Krabby Cakes just edging out our girl Bella, who unfortunately lost this year. But she's still here in emote spirit. And then our Crisp, of course. It's interesting. I would have thought... if anything, it was the Rolling Marb, or perhaps like the Red Dance. But maybe I'm the only one. I bet they'll show up on mine. This probably doesn't count the ones that I use. This is the ones that you use. Okay, this is making sense to me now. I use the crab hype on the other channels a fair amount. All right, biggest fans. We got Waddy, Tom, Lamp, Phoenix, HB, Jim, CP Geek, Mare Bear, and Seema. I mean, it's pretty much our Marbs team. It's our Marbs team. Although, if it was, then I would expect Waddy to be here. Wait a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Mare Bear stole 8th. W stood for Waddy, but Mare Bear stole 8th. Assuming that's how they count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Mare Bear. Mare Bear, how dare. The overall 8th for the whole year. Mare Bear stole it. But W stands for Waddy, so there we go. All right, crossovers. Raids received 12. Did we receive 12 raids? We don't receive a lot of raids. We also admittedly don't raid out a whole lot. Just because of the fact I have to get up for work so often. Let's see who raided us. Oh yeah, there was a while that Tomp was doing gym streams earlier in the evenings on Tuesday. So, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. And then we got one raid from Bunny Bear and one raid from Rena ran that way. I had to stop for a second and figure that one out. Yeah, that's what I had to do when she raided in too. We did raid out 21 times though, so I guess so that means our raid out percentage, we raid out like 20% of the time. So like twice a month, I guess we raid out like twice a month. No, I think they also count subs as something related to top fans too, because I had 2 people in my top 9 who have never and almost never come to my stream but are still subbed to me. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. It would be interesting to know how they tally these, but I guess by not saying that, at least reserve some of that mystery, so when we have these lists come out, we have some sense of surprise. But it would be interesting to know. All right, anyway, we'll continue on here. Okay, we rated Tomp 6 times. We rated 2 Frothy Beards twice. I think Crystal Lamp redeemed Guide the Raid for those. And then we rated over to It's Later Gator twice. So very cool. Top 29 clips were made. Hell yeah. Well done, everybody. By 5 people. So an average of 6 clips apiece. Top viewed featured clip. Was this a Gilbert one? Godfrey Roman, it was. Or Gilbert. I was thinking the other day, like, trying to do something with this, with, the Gilbert smut. Where the heck? Oh, there we go.
Did Mistmore Abbey when Charlotte...
All right.
When Charlotte de Mornay arrives at Mistmore Abbey, she has no money and no prospects, only a letter of introduction, which she hopes will secure the open governor's position at the estate. She soon has the 3 Cavendish daughters in her charge, little Felicity, sickly Abigail, and the haughty eldest daughter, Lavina. And yet it is not her 3 new pupils that she finds vexing, but their older brother Thomas, the future Earl of Wiltshire. He may be a gentleman, but he's also the most notorious rake in the county, and Charlotte is determined not to let herself be led astray by his roguish charm.
Don't need to play that. No, don't need to play that again. It's just on the one hand, it's like it'd be nice. It'd be fun to I don't know, somehow spin it off into something more substantial. But I'd probably destroy my damn voice trying to do more than a clip's amount worth of it. Anyway, so we got 43 new followers. Wow, really? I feel like the number didn't change much. Well, I don't know. Hey, thank you everybody for 43 more follows. 359 new subs. Hell yeah. We'll take that. 47 hype trains out of 90 streams. That's like 50-50. That's like a 50, like flipping a coin as to whether we'd have a hype train. And I'm sure a bunch of those were also our one Jim hype trains. So big hearts, hugs, and loves to Jim for all the hype trains there. We greatly appreciate it. 513 1,400 channel points were spent. 500,000 snoots were spent. Wow. Okay. And this will probably go up for next year as well. Once I get the rest of the new merch into the shop, because there is stuff coming. Because we have those two tiers. There's tier 1, going to be tier 1 and tier 2, and we'll have defined like your tier 1 merch will be these items here, and your tier 2 merch will be these items here, and there'll be some solid options for both for the free merch redemptions for y'all, because you deserve it. Tell me whether Jim's here without telling me whether Jim's here. All right, and we got the chat badge unlocked, the 2025 with the disco ball. Very cool. It came in like a wrecking ball. Well, yeah, there we go. 43 new followers, 2,620 watch hours, 359 new subs. Amazing. And yeah, very cool. Very cool. Over 100 streams. Kick ass. Well done, everybody. Well done. All right, well, now we're going to give you a little peek into my activity on Twitch the last year. And this will probably be some of the stuff that I put on and lurk in the background. That's, I mean, when it's outside of like our community streams, like the folks in our immediate community, I kind of put stuff on for background noise, some stuff at work. But yeah, we'll see who made the list here. All right, so remember, this is me. This is my viewing habits now. All right, high scores. I watched 746 hours. Which is down from past years, but I've had quite a few channels that I've been sub to for a while. I mean, it's the nature of the beast. Just people have stopped streaming so often. Some stopped streaming altogether, and I haven't spent as much time perusing new communities to find new folks, just because I've been busy. But 324 days, so not quite what Waddy was able to do with more days visited than days of the year that we had. Yeah, 366 days, and it was not a leap year, so I don't know how Waddy pulled that one off. The only thing I can think is maybe at either end of when they started and stopped the tally, there were streams that like went up to the midnight hour and continued over from the midnight hour, So like technically it touched the days on both ends of the year and they counted that as one day. I don't know. That's just me. I don't know. Trying to figure it out. Yeah, I do think the wrap dates for the review is what it does. Yeah, it must have been something like that. But 324 days, honestly more than I thought, but also not all that surprising, since most days of the week one of us in the community has a stream going. I think there's only like 2 days a week where someone doesn't stream. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, so my top categories: just chatting, not surprised. Since quite a few of us and the channels I watch are just chatting streams, not surprised there. It is the top category on Twitch and has been for years. Number 2, painting workshop. I wonder why. There's only one painting stream that I watch, and that's Phoenix. So there's that. Assassin's Creed Black Flag. I know Tomp got into that for a while this last year. X-Men Legends. I wonder who that was. It's Phoenix again. And then Oblivion. Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. I think that's probably Caitlin. Yeah, that's got to be. Yeah, I don't think I watched anybody else play that. So, all right, my favorite streamers. Most watched Slowpuke Live. That's Caitlin. She's the one who streamed the... That's her one of her favorite games of all time. 285 hours, 29 chats sent. I lurk a lot. I earned 136,272 channel points. That's the channel that I had my longest streak on of 134, I believe, when due to a stream crash, I lost my streak. So, boo earns. But I think she was the first, it was the month that I started subscribing to Harker, because Harker was the first one I watched on Twitch. I think Caitlin was the first one I subscribed to. Something like, I don't know, it was roundabouts that. I think I found her stream on like a TikTok or something. But Rickshaw Tom, number 2, 129 hours, 597 chats. Phoenix, number 3, 129 hours, 951 chats. Chris the Lamp, 67 hours watched, 964 chats. And Waddy, 49 hours watched, 355 chats. No surprises here. No surprises here at all. This is also kind of how I thought, because she's a partner and streams 3 times. Probably she's the biggest streamer that I watch at this point. But I was there in month 1 when she first made partner. But it's yeah, she starts early in the afternoon, so I'll put it on at work while I'm doing other stuff. All right, I've sent 3,281 chats. Okay. I figured this was going to be the top one I've used, because I use it all the damn time. These two. The Red Dance and Party Homer. I knew they were going to be my top 2. Then we got Crisp. I'm surprised I used Raid more than I used Zamp. Not by much. But nobody tell the Pocket Man. Oh, HB is here now. HB. Yeah, we'll scroll back through the community one if you want to take a peek at that, HB, just so you can see it. Waddy watched 10 times that, literally. I'm not even sure how that mathematically works out, given that I don't watch Twitch at work. Painting, that's Phoenix. Hype Happenings. I've gifted 39 subs. I've contributed to 13 hype trains. Mod of the year. Chat sent as a moderator 2,462. Wait, how many? Is that like most? I sent 3,200 in total. And 2,400 of those were as a mod. I mean, I mod most of the channels I watch anyway. So there we go. Well, I guess I only mod 3 channels. Well, never mind. I guess I take that back. Well, I guess I don't watch that many channels these days. You mod all our channels, right? Seems like it. I guess it's just... Well, it's your channel, Phoenix, Tom. Am I a mod for Lamp? I don't know. I thought I was. Maybe I'm not. And that's it. I watched 746 hours, 324 distinct days. Sent 3,000 chats. Yep. Caitlin, Tom, Chris, Phoenix, and Waddy. Very cool. And there's other channels that I am a moderator for, but they're not streamed on anymore. So I don't know, maybe it counts if you went into mod mode. Like specifically went into mod mode. I don't know. Scotland! Seymour! Nice to see you, Seema. Seema! There we go. Happy Friday, Seema. Waddy's sister-in-law asked what you wanted for Christmas. First time she's ever asked. And I said, Twitch is my main entertainment. Then my bro asked what I wanted. And I said, Twitch gift card. He said, sister-in-law probably won't go for that. I'm like, yeah, I know, but that's what I do. Yeah. Oh, and yeah, my top watched Slope Puke, Caitlin. She's the one who actually drew this emote of this is the OG version of the cat lawyer. She was flying back from England and wanted some ideas for stuff to draw, and I was like, draw a cat who's a lawyer. So, all right, let's check out the community one, even though it really has nothing to do with us. All right, 2025 in 25 clips. All... Okay. None of the GPT. AI, try one really smart cow. Okay. Totally unscripted. I assume they want you to watch these clips, but like these people... This is just giving them more millions of views on their clips, so I don't feel the need to watch them. Oh, he ate one bug. Amateur. Yeah, community recap was just trash. Didn't watch any of that. Okay. All right. So this is basically, here are some of the most famous people who don't need the extra exposure, and then here are people who are famous outside of here who we are also giving exposure to in hopes that they bring their exposure to our exposure. So, all right. All right. And oh my god, and the design on this is atrocious. Like, this is terrible. Yeah, this is all kind of... All right, well... Oh, now we got Fates here. Fates! Nice to see you, Fates. Hope you all are doing well. I cooked some hamburgers from scratch myself tonight. Yay. Next week will be last week at home this year before heading west to Anya's, which is exciting. Hope the weather's not hurting y'all. Yeah, this cold sucks. I hate it when I answer the question of what I want and then people make me do more research on other... Yeah. That's why I felt that way most of my life. It's like, well, what do you want? It's like, I kind of just don't want to tell you because I know I'm not going to get it. It's because what I want is usually pretty niche and very specific. And it's better for me to just get it myself. So, I know, yeah. Cat Lawyer emote is great. Yeah, community recap was just trash. Eric's stream was my #1 this year, and Marvel's on Stream was my #1 game. No surprise, Seema, no surprise. All right, we were going to go back through back through the community one, just because HB is now here, and for anyone else that missed it, this is all of y'all in regards to this channel. So, We streamed 295 hours, 104 streams, 90 days, but that's counting like stream restarts and stuff. So we count as having 90 streams. 2,616 hours. Our top categories, Marbs, of course, Just Chatting, Lost Records, Tell Me Why, and Detroit Become Human. 28 viewers on our top stream. Top emotes. The dang hot dog was the number one. That was a big surprise to me. Then they act like you're withholding your answer of what you want. Yeah, I know. And like when I was a kid, and it was a thing, like especially with my dad when I was a kid every year, is we'd all have to give him a list, a list of stuff for him to like decide upon whether or not to get us anything off of said list. And it always came down to like I would put very specific things down, and it would turn into a back and forth of like, well, why do you want this exact thing of this when I could, why do you want A when D and Q are options? And more often than not, like he would take one of the very specific things on there and reinterpret it into a version of it that probably cost less money, in all honesty, or was easier for him to acquire. Like coming like late 90s time, I wanted a pair of my first pair of like Jinko style jeans. It didn't have to be that brand, but I wanted it to be that style. And it turned into I don't want to spend that much money on a pair of pants. It's like, doesn't mean you have to get me other stuff. Well, why can't I just get you a pair of Wranglers? Because that's not the everything about that is wrong. It's like, what do you want to eat? I want a hamburger. Well, why can't I just get you a slice of pizza? But yeah. And then here we are, biggest fans: Waddy, Tomp, Lamp, Phoenix, HB, Jim, CP Geek, Mare Bear, and Seema. And if we count this left to right, 1 to 9, then that means W stands for Waddy, because Waddy would be number 1, and then Mare Bear stole the overall 8th for the whole year. So Mare Bear got how dared there. And this is also like basically our Marbs list. So, well, yeah. But that is our Twitch recap. But there's other recaps as well. All right, I haven't looked at this one either, but here is our Sound Alert year in review. Can you guess what our top Sound Alert is? Most played alert. It is the Butthole Pleasures. 250 Butthole Pleasures to be specific. It's not about that. Well, clearly it is. At least for us. 250 times it was about the Butthole Pleasures. Eric, thank you so much for all the fun and entertainment. Well, thank you, Seema. Thank you. If y'all weren't here, then I wouldn't do it. So it is a two-way street, and I'm glad to be able to provide some entertainment and roll some Marbs a couple days a week. Let me judge your request as such a rude response to a requested gift list. I know, right? My mom for years has complained that my Amazon gift list isn't updated, but I'm like, I still want that book I haven't had since 2015. I don't know what to tell you. In fact, the last time I heard from CB Geek, he sent me a picture of enormous quantities of food he was preparing to consume. I have not heard from him since. Sounds like CB Geek. Like asking someone to get groceries, you ask for mayo to them, but them thinking Miracle Whip is the same thing and cheaper. Yeah, exactly. He's asking for mayo and they give you Miracle Whip. Or like, can I have mustard on my hot dog? I'm going to put ketchup on it. The fuck you will. Yeah, like that, but then also making you listen to them insulting mayo. Yeah, exactly. Like, can I have mayo on that? Ew, I don't like mayo. You're not eating it, Sally. I am. Can I have mayo on it? I also got a pic of his Japanese food haul from tonight in my Discord. Stop telling people what I want because they never listen. Yep. Oh, but Jim prefers Miracle Whip. Then some fighting words. Them's fighting words. No, it's fine. You can eat it so that I don't have to. There are not very many foods in this world that I'm quite particular about. For the most part, I'm willing to eat most anything. Whether as a positive or negative experience, but I am absolutely firmly team mayo and completely anti Miracle Whip. But even when it comes to team mayo, I am very specific. I am team, depending on where you are in the country, that is, I am team Hellmann's, or if you're west of the Rockies, team Best Foods. I am team Hellmann's all the way. It is one of those things I will not cheap out on. I will not cheap out on mayonnaise. Has to be Hellmann's. I will not cheap out on cream cheese. Has to be Philadelphia. I've tried tons of other types of cream cheese. They all taste sour and gross. Philadelphia cream cheese is the only one that doesn't taste sour and gross to me. But those are the big things. Most everything else I'll accept a substitute on. I may have preferences, but I'll accept a substitute. Like a prepared Dijon mustard. I would. My preference is specifically for Grey Poupon because that's what my grandmother used to buy. But I'll eat any other Dijon mustard off the shelf as well. I don't really care that much. I can safely assume he is now in a food coma. Yeah, that's what my thought would be too. Miracle Satan. That's fine if you ask for that. That's what you get. My grandma liked it too. It has tang. Yeah, and that's why I don't like it because because in my mind it makes the food sweet when it shouldn't be sweet. Which is why I don't like if there's like a chicken salad that has like fruit and nuts in it and stuff that changes the texture and makes it sweet. I'm not a big fan of that. I just don't like it. Will I eat it? Yeah. Do I prefer it? Absolutely not. Hellmann's for the win. But that's kind of the niche that Miracle Whip has kind of developed in their second life. I mean, I understand why it exists. It was a war food that was produced when eggs were rationed. And it was cheap and available, so people couldn't really use mayonnaise. So they used Miracle Whip and they sort of got the taste for it. But, you know, little old me, I didn't have that experience. It would just occasionally end up on things that I was served, and I was like, this is atrocious. It was the one chip in the armor of my late Grandma Hill's otherwise stellar cooking repertoire. Because there was some things that she would make and only use Miracle Whip for it, and I fucking hated it. She would make egg salad that had this sounds like post-war gross, and yeah, it kind of is. She would make like she could spam an egg. It would be an egg salad with about half as much spam as eggs, and she would put the eggs and the spam through the hand cranked meat grinder, and she would only make it with Miracle Whip. And if that wasn't bad enough, the other thing that I'm like, absolutely not, is sweet pickles. So, the hard-boiled egg, spam, passed through a meat grinder, stirred together with sweet pickle relish, and Miracle Whip. But yeah. But again, not everyone has to like everything. Totally fine, Jim, says Waddy. If you asked for Miracle Whip and someone got you mayo, I'd fight for your right to tangy. Need all the help I can get. You know what's expensive now? Turnips. Why? Why are turnips pricey? I don't know. I've had turnips like a handful of times in my life. My grandma would, for Thanksgiving and Christmas dinners, she would throw like a turnip in with the potatoes. So there'd always be like this massive thing of potatoes and then just tiny little bowl of turnip on the side of it. And I'm like, why? I don't know. So I've never been big on turnip, but turnip always seemed like one of those like super cheap, like rustic root foods. Like certain types of squash that are just like super cheap and just everywhere. But like, why would a turnip be expensive? That's weird to me. It makes tuna sandwiches edible. Oh my God. That's why I'm suspicious of every tuna sandwich. Like if for whatever reason I think it might be a good idea to buy a tuna sandwich at a gas station. So I have to stop and I have to look at it and I have to flip that coin in my mind being like, whatever company prepared this sandwich, do I think they used Miracle Whip instead of mayonnaise? And usually like 3 out of 5 times I'll take that first bite and it'll be sweet and I'm like, Or they use like, cheap industrial mayo that also doesn't taste right. So I find I have better luck with like a gas station egg salad being more likely made with actual mayonnaise, but like a tuna salad and even in some extent a chicken salad, like one of those two is like a flip of a coin if it's going to be made with Miracle Whip. But an egg salad, at least in my experience, I'm knocking on wood now, they'll usually always make it with mayo. I love turnip and was planning on making some for Christmas. It seems everything tasty is pretty expensive these days. How do you prepare your turnips? I'm just curious, because my grandma just like boiled them and mashed them like potatoes. I assume there's tastier ways to prepare them. I was never a fan of them, so I've never thought in my adult life, I'm going to see what I can do with a turnip. Turn up for what? I retract that statement. Just hearing that made me dry heave gag. I know, right? Yeah, spam and egg. She called it spam and egg. And I've thought about spam and egg in my adult life, and I've made it a few times. Although what I would call it the proper way, with mayonnaise instead of Miracle Whip, and with and without dill relish. But the alterations I've made to it, the few times I've made it, I've never made a form of it that I'm like, this is good. I actually like this. Did I like it any better than the Miracle Whip sweet pickle one? A little, but I still didn't really like it in general. So I don't know. If I'm going to eat Spam, it's going to be sliced and fried like bacon. But if you're eating it in a form where it's just like squishy, no thanks. Turnips were famous as a depression food. Like, why are they $3 a pound now? Because they know everyone's poor now and watching Great Depression cooking videos and looking to the past and be like, okay, well, what was affordable back then? Let's put the prices up on them because people are going to try to buy them. They're going to try to buy the depression foods, and we want to be able to make money on them. I mean, which is like... I mean, anytime like a cheap cut of meat suddenly gets popular and they jack the price up on it, and they never lower the price on what people used to like be all about. So, yeah. Like there's no cut of chicken left outside of like a tub of chicken livers that you can buy in a store reliably for a reasonable price. The only thing that I think is the awkward cut of like the chicken legs with the thighs and the drumsticks attached. I think that is the only bit of a chicken that you can buy at a reasonable price at this point. But like 10 years ago or so, when people realized how good chicken thighs were, like I used to be able to get big old containers of them for like a couple dollars, and now like it's sometimes you're paying more for chicken thighs than you're paying for the boneless, skinless chicken breasts, which at the time of the cheap chicken thighs were like super expensive. But now they're still super expensive, but now alongside them being super expensive. Yeah. I've never had a tuna salad that was made with Miracle Whip personally, says Waddy. Not gonna lie, says Fates, the only sandwich I dare get from convenience stores is turkey. My brain is like, how can they fruck this up? There's nothing here chips can't hide if it's gross. Yeah, my thing with like getting a regular type sandwich at a gas station is, I mean, maybe it's a blessing and a curse, is almost always the sandwich is just bone dry. It's just like meat, a sad piece of lettuce, and maybe a piece of tomato, and usually not any sort of dressing. Sometimes they were nice and they stuck a mayo packet underneath the sandwich, but more often than not, you're just stuck eating just a dry sandwich with nothing on it. And not every gas station has packets available. So that's usually why I would go with like a blank salad sandwich, because it's at least got some moisture to it. Boiled and mashed is the way to go, with a little bit of sugar if they're bitter, and of course lots of butter, little salt and pepper. Okay. Well, if I ever want to try them out, I'll give that a whirl. Seema, I'll give that a whirl. Because my thought was like, maybe roast them in a really hot oven, like put some oil on them, get some nice roasty flavors to them. I don't know, because that works for carrots and potatoes. The hamburger I made, which was really good, was a single egg. You mean egg? Single egg, steak seasoning, garlic powder, salt, pepper, little cheese. Hell yeah, sounds awesome. Sounds awesome. And you can take that same, how you cooked that hamburger, just take the hamburger out of that equation, and then take how you prepared it and all the seasonings and replace it with a different protein. Cook it the exact same way with the same seasoning. There you go. They're really good that way. I tried turnip fries and it was fine. I'm sure they'd be good roasted, but made in the same way as mashed potatoes is classic. You know the best way to overthrow the government? Don't feed the people or give them jobs. Yup. Well, we are we're at the 250-year mark, and this is when empires fall. So we'll see. Chicken drumsticks and thighs used to be very good value. I never had them roasted before, but I bet it's very tasty. Actually, what I would probably like to do is I'd probably like to throw them in the air fryer, just because they can get even hotter. They're good like all root veggies roasted. It's a nice addition to a medley of roasted root veg like carrots, parsnips aplenty, turnips, even beets if you like them. They're nature's candy, don't you know? Turnip greens, on the other hand, I don't want those boiled. I want them fresh and sautéed. I don't know if I've ever had turnip greens. I've had a bunch of different greens in my day. I don't know if I've ever had turnip greens. Eric, that's mostly due to the thin-ass saran wrap than having it in a refrigerated area. That's a recipe for dry food. Well, it's also just them being cheap by not even giving you like a little packet of mayonnaise for your turkey sandwich. I love all kinds of roasted root veggies. They're so yummy. CB Geek is very fussy. He would not eat any turnip or parsnips. But surely the people will just roll over and die peacefully. Well, only after we have sufficiently trained the AI robots to be their unpaid slaves. Then all of us poors can just die. Or go to jail and give them free labor that way. Because just imagine how great their economy is going to be when there's no one out there to spend money anymore. They're going to be so rich. If you roast turnips, add oil, especially in the air fryer. Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. It's actually what I had for dinner tonight. Well, I got a little bag of purple potatoes. I saw those at the store and I was like, huh. So I just chopped them up earlier this afternoon. I put them in a bowl with some olive oil, salt, pepper, garlic, onion powder. Let them sit and marinate for a bit. Then I put them in the air fryer and just let them run for like half an hour. So probably not the ideal way to cook purple potatoes. I just couldn't remember texturally where they fell on the preparation spectrum. I mean, they were still good, but like probably not the best way to do them. I think they're a little, I don't know if they're waxy potatoes. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. Regardless, that's what I did tonight. I've done the same thing with small Yukon Golds. Turned out amazing, but not as good with the purple potatoes. I should try the exact. I should run the gambit and just do this exact same thing with all the different varieties and just see which one I like best, because I can get some little red potatoes as well. They're not juicy like carrots or starchy like potatoes. If I eat anything green, it's probably moldy. And Nate has gotten into some really good cuisines in recent years. Maybe he'll stretch to liking those veggies eventually. I'll keep expanding that palette. Fates has voted. It took me a while to find out how. They did it in a very stupid way. Fates has voted? For what? Is that in reference to... Or am I missing something? Yeah, the billionaires are going to learn the hard way. Who's going to give me money if I'm the only one with any? Well, then what is it going to be worth with no economy? Nothing. The value is entirely based on confidence in the U.S. government. It's not backed by anything. Not since they ended the gold standard. They slipped some broccoli into that Japanese dinner, and I tried to get him to eat it, but he said he was going to give it to his wife. Oh, I love broccoli. It's probably one of my favorite veg. In any way, shape, or form, I love broccoli. Roasted broccoli is also so good. I've been trying to get out ahead of whatever my doctor's going to tell me on Monday at my follow-up app. Eat more veggies. Oh, yes, roasted broccoli is definitely yummy. Broccoli and cheese sauce is also nice. Oh, the Broadway World voting. Yes. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, voting for that's still open through the end of the month / end of the year. So we'll probably check in on that on Tuesday. I've been making myself a veggie most days, usually microwaving a steamable bag of broccoli and then throwing that with seasoning onto a baking tray for a while to roast it. That sounds like the best way to do it, Waddy. Sounds like the best way to do it. All right. Oh, I forgot I left this up. All right, well, Butthole Pleasures was our top sound alert. Played almost 5 hours worth of sound alerts. That's just to think about that. That's like just shy of 2 whole streams that were just nothing but sound alerts. That's funny. 1,900 alerts were played. We're in the top 2%. That's awesome. Most loyal viewer, CP Geek. 707 alerts. I wouldn't necessarily call it a viewer, like most sound alert firer. 5 solid hours. 5 solid hours of Butthole Pleasures. Oh, these are okay. These are broken down. All right. So this was the only one related to the last year. All right. Well, that was cool. It's not about that. Yeah, that was neat to be able to check out. I forgot. I always forget that Sound Alerts does one of these recaps as well. I had wanted to go through my Apple Music in review, but for some reason it is not cooperating here on the desktop. Probably because I'm accessing Apple Music via a PC, and it's like, we are going to make this as awkward and uncomfortable as possible. How dare you? Oh, wait, hold on. Maybe it'll work. Oh, hold on. Let's go through a little two-factor authentication here. Maybe we'll be able to look at it anyway. All right, well, here we go. Maybe this will work. Okay, here's my year in music. A lot of music can happen in a year. Let's run it back. This year you listened to 46,887 minutes. That's 27% more than last year. I have no volume control on this. And 168 artists in total. A new artist rose to the top. Hayley Williams, #1. Woo! No surprise. No surprise. Released probably album of the year. Each month brought new memories. And these artists were by your side. Let's see, Ringo Starr, January, OAR, Kids That Fly, Eiffel 65. Really? Silosia. Played a lot here on stream. Gotta love that dark pop. Oh shit, I made it into her top 100. Hell yeah. Badass. Hell yeah. I'm a super fan of Kids That Fly. Hell yeah. Top 100. Hell yeah, we'll take that as an absolute W. Sweet. I got into a kick with the first Traveling Wilburys album earlier this year. Top 1,000. Yeah, there was like 2 months in there where I was just playing it on loop. I love the Wilburys. 1,768 songs made it into your soundtrack. One song became your new anthem. Nothing New by Grave. Hell yeah. Because I listened to a lot of dark pop this year. And this one's awesome. I've been playing Dead Motel here on stream a lot. And I played this album more than any other apparently this year. Found that guy on TikTok. Does just phenomenal tunes that are right up my alley. Top genre, alternative. No surprise. No surprise.
Pieces again, never an ending, always pretending. They say I'll be alright. Can't just assume that I'm fine. If you say jump, I'll say when. Anything to make it.
Cool.
That's where my heart.
Top album that all comes back, Dead Motel.
Falling to pieces again.
Good mix there. Got a good mix there.
Still keep a pile of your things like
That's what I've been, that was my year in music. So, listen to Hayley Williams the most, 3,314 minutes. Yeah. Well, if you haven't listened to Ego Death at a Bachelorette Party, which is the massive album she put out this year, absolutely give it a spin. There's not a bad track on it, and it's just further proof that some of the best art, especially when it comes to music, can be produced when you're really heartbroken. Yeah, Hayley Williams, Silosia, of course. Between the Buried and Me, which is interesting. I listened to more than just the album they put out this year, but and Beauty Mark. We play Beauty Mark here on stream a lot. Kids That Fly, of course, we played that on stream for a while. Grave probably would have been higher if she has more music out in the world, but she only has like one EP and then like 3 or 4 standalone singles, so there's just not a lot of music there, but I like it. Dead Motel, though, this guy showed up just on my For You page on TikTok, and I was like, this is really a vibe, and I like this. And started listening to the album of the song that he was teasing on TikTok, and I was like, this whole thing, absolute banger, yeah. And it has been my, more often than not, at least 2 days a week, listening to and from, like on my commutes to work, playing this album. So no wonder it came out on top. And my Lord and Savior Poppy, number 8, of course. She also didn't put out an album in 2025. She has a new one coming out next month. Traveling Wilburys, 9th. Volbeat put an awesome album out this year. The Midnight also put an awesome album out this year. Scars on Broadway put an awesome album out this year. Idols, got introduced to them because they opened for MCR. They absolutely fucking rip. So, if you are into like really pure, like I'm talking like politically pure, like politics is always at the root of punk rock. Idols, absolutely. Ringo Starr, of course. My boy Ringo dropped an album in January, a country album of all things, that I thought was really freaking good, and I listened to a lot. And then Demon Hunter also put a new album out this year, which came on the heels of singer Ryan Combs' death of his mother. So this album came out of like him processing that grief. So it's a very heavy album, but it's very good. Top songs: Grave, 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 Kids That Fly, Hayley Williams, Kids That Fly, Kids That Fly, Kids That Fly, Beauty Mark, Hayley Williams, Beauty Mark, Mr. and Mrs. So you can tell that I'm an album listener as opposed to a song listener. And this is like the track order of her EP. That's track 1, that's track 2, track 3, track 4. But yeah, she only has 6 songs out in the world. So No, 7. One came out very recently and just didn't get enough plays to make the final list. Top albums, Dead Motel, like I said. Played 1,700 minutes of it. It's so good. It's so good. I can't get enough. Between the Buried and Me's Blue Nowhere, concept album that they dropped this year for a band that always comes out of left field with what they're working on. This one came so far out of left field I kind of didn't like it. But as I sat with it for a while, it really grew on me, especially the title track, The Blue Nowhere, which was them being like, we're going to write a yacht rock song. So they did, and it's great. And like I said, I listened to the Traveling Wilburys a lot earlier this year. Clearly. Volbeat, number 4. Oh, this one. The Midnights. This is a concept album the Midnight put out. And what I really liked about this is there is a collection of songs. I think it's the last 4 songs on the album. Just the 4 of them could be their own standalone EP. And that's what I would loop those last 4 songs over and over and over again. Not that the rest of the album isn't good, but the last 4 songs are just, they're so fucking good. And then it could have been a System of a Down album if Darren and Serge could just bury the freaking hatchet, but at this point, don't know if they're gonna. So I don't know. Ringo Starr, of course, I listened to that a lot earlier this year. And then Demon Hunter, There Was a Light, such a good album. Super Heaven as well. They've come back into the mainstream. They sort of had something of a renaissance thanks to TikTok. One of their songs sort of took off on the platform, and like were for years, like they didn't do music anymore. They were, they disbanded and they all went out and got real jobs and blah, blah, blah. And then they got so much attention with their song Youngest Daughter on TikTok that they came back together and wrote a new album, and it's freaking great. So if you're into like heavy post-grunge style of rock, then hell yeah. Machine Head, industrial rock, super good. Par for the course for Rob Flynn, who's the front man and mastermind of Machine Head. It's classic Machine Head. You either like it or you don't. My boy Don Felder, former guitarist of the Eagles, musical author of Hotel California, amongst others, put out a career retrospective album this year with some new tracks, some old tracks, 50 years worth of stuff. Really solid album. Of course, Horse the band, who I got to see this summer, playing this album, The Mechanical Hand, in its entirety. So of course this would show up. And then Deftones dropped a new album this year, Private Music. Definitely could make an argument for top 3 Deftones albums of all time. Absolutely in the top 5. Another TikTok band, or a band that I found because of TikTok, is Fluorescence, a pop punk band out of Chicago. Just absolutely classic early 2000s pop punk. So good. And then Lauren Mayberry, not surprised. This was my runner-up album of the year for last year. And then I got to, of course, see her in concert at the beginning of this year. So top genres: alternative, pop, metal, rock, hard rock. No surprises there. Royalty free Jim. This is the playlist. This is like the one playlist that I have that I throw all the music I find on TikTok and everything that, the smaller independent artists that I'll play here on stream. I'll just throw it into this one playlist. So like Kids That Fly ended up in that list. I think Grave was in that for a bit. Silosia, Beauty Mark, etc. But yeah, so that is my music in review. And yeah, my throat's we're getting to the limit here throat wise. But I have a drink. I don't know if I've ever tried this one. but I figured we'd give it a try here tonight. It's a Liquid Death Squeezed to Death. I assume this is like an orange. Orange, tangerine, blood orange. Okay. But yeah, I didn't know if I had tried this one or not, so we're going to try it here tonight. Get a little wetness in my throat. Sláinte, everybody. Clinky drinky. In 5 hours of butthole pleasure, someone get the extra large container of lube. Oh, Seema. Are we going to do another favorite song of this year stream, or is there a CC risk? You mean like counting down top 10? I was gonna do that like the end of this month. Because again, even though this was like my Apple Music review here. Hold on, I need more liquid. Yeah, I think we're winding down here, just because I don't have too much left in the tank voice wise. But yes, I'm even though this is what Apple Music is like, this is what you listen to the most. Therefore, these are what your tops are. How I would personally rank my top 10 for the year is different from this. So like there's stuff that I didn't listen to nearly as much, but I consider to be like further up the list or even on the list and was excluded. It seems like super, I don't know, backwards or whatever. But my personal top 10 is completely different than what my what I listened to top 10 was. I don't know, maybe objectively I can listen to something and be like, this is amazing, this is an album of the year contender, but not spend a whole lot of time listening to it, you know? Or conversely, I'll have listened to something a lot, but I don't consider it, you know, particularly a fantastic thing. It's just something I felt like listening to. And there's stuff in that list that, you know, didn't come out this year. So like when I spent all that time listening to the Traveling Wilburys, that doesn't count because that's from 30 years ago. Pudge! Nice to see you, Pudge. How's things? So yes, to answer your question, Fates, we are. It'll be later this month. It may even be... what does the end of the month look like stream-wise? So our last stream is New Year's Eve. So we may do a New Year's Eve kicking ass and taking names stream for those that know, or maybe, or I don't know. I don't know if anybody who's currently here would know or not. But back in college when I was doing radio, my radio show was called Kicking Ass and Taking Names. So I think I've been thinking about doing this for years since I've been on Twitch, having one of my streams where I bring back how I did kicking ass and taking names show, like, because I have all my old beds, all my old sound effects. It was a 2-hour show that was really structured in how yeah. So maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll do a top 10 like musical year in review and the triumphant return of kicking ass and taking names. Pretty shite, so you know the usual. Oh, sorry to hear that, Pudge. Well, we'll send you hearts and hugs and loves and hope it gets better. I thought last year we also had a bit of a what's everyone's favorite song of the yeah, I think we did something like that. And again, that would be part of this. We would have my list, and then we would have community submissions as well. And I just wouldn't publish the VOD for it. So we'll get away with doing the music. Eve, isn't that one of those female assassin movie things? This onesie's getting warm. I gotta let the chest breathe. All right, it is earlier than we normally would, but as you can tell, I'm starting to lose my vocal capacities here. So my apologies, but we are going to change over and we're gonna roll some Marbs now, because I don't think I could go for another hour and 20 minutes. It's physically starting to hurt. So, but I still want a Marb. Sounds more like a feminine hygiene product. But yeah, we're going to roll some Marbs now, and then Tuesday we'll be back with more Epic Mickey on the Wii. We're just going to fire up Marbs now. And calling all Marb stars, it's time to roll, Come on in and let's play some Marbles on Stream. Oh, yeah. I've been missing Epic Mickey? Damn. Yeah, it was not only like Epic Mickey, we're playing it on the Wii with the motion controls and everything, for better or worse. It was requested by Anya May, and I found a new in-box copy on eBay for like $7. So I think they both have a killer application. My fault got not having a phone, I guess. Played through that game so many. This is my first time. So completely new for me. So if you're able to pop back in on Tuesdays, I could probably use some backseat assistance, because I don't know what the heck I'm doing. It's the only reason you still have your... Well, okay, that sounds like some pretty high praise. I'm just to the point where I'm getting comfortable with it. The first probably 2 streams is very much like a, oh god, okay, what am I doing here? But, and then of course the controls and everything. Because I mean, when's the freaking last time you played a motion control? Well, yeah, I don't remember the last. I think when I streamed Excite Truck, I think that was the last time I played a motion control game. Excite Truck's pretty freaking fun, though. I have my phone back on again, so I should be around. All right, cool. All right, well, exclamation point play, everybody. Let's get some Marbs on the board. We got Waddy, Seema, Pudge, Fates, and Jim. And me. God, it's freaking throat. When stream's over, I may just put a pot of water on the stove and let it boil for a while to put some moisture back in the air. I think that's part of what the problem is it's so cold outside, and with the heat running, it's so freaking dry. So I think I may do that before I go to bed. Just try to put some wet back in the air. It's nice to boil eucalyptus if you get some of that in the future for sinuses. Well, it's not for it's literally just for moisture in the air. It just opens you up and smells really nice. When I worked my hotel jobs, everything is I worked in the spas, and everything in the spas was just like saturated with the smell of eucalyptus, and I just smelled like it all the time. And And it ended up one of those, like, you start to associate what's normally a positive smell with, like, something negative, which is working a shitty hotel job. My cheat code is that my room is right beside a shower. One of those lasts a few hours. I had to turn my humidifier on. I was starting to get nosebleeds. Oh, it's not that bad for me, at least, but... Well, yeah, if you have PTSD about it, then don't do it. All right, I don't know if Anya May is still lurking out here. I was doing some crafting. Well, that's... paging Anya May to the service desk. If you're still around, we're going to roll some Marbs. Paging Anya May to the service desk. If you're around, we're going to roll some Marbs. Let's see, who else was here? Paging Phoenix. If you're still here, we're going to roll some Marbs. Come down to the service desk. Paging Phoenix. If you're still here, come on down. We're going to roll some Marbs.
CP Geek 2 just re-enlisted for 61 months. Yo.
Yo! Thank you for the 61 months, CP Geek! Greatly appreciated. Just in time to roll some Marbs with us. I'm still a bit under the weather here, and I'm about maxed out in terms for the talking. So we're rolling Marbs early. Just because I don't have another hour of babbling in me, unfortunately. Oh, no, okay, Anya May's here. Thanks for the shout. No worries, no worries. Didn't want you to miss out. Fates does have a gallon water bottle, but surprisingly, hot shower water lasts much longer than drinking a gallon. My freshman and sophomore year of college, my roommate was really super into like fitness and stuff, and some of his habits rubbed off on me. One of which was like, he was one of those drink a gallon of water every day people, but like how he did it was he literally had like would go to the grocery store and buy like what you'd get in like a milk gallon of water, and he would carry one of those around all day. So like he always, you drink that one container, and so I started doing that too. So I was super hydrated those first couple of years. I had finished dinner, put on Bard while I was waiting for you to start streaming, and promptly passed the F out in my chair. Well, CMA called it, said you probably ate too much food and went into a food coma. So sounds about right. All right, we got 8 Marbs on the board here. So we got myself, Waddy, Anya May, CB Geek, CMA, Pudge, Fates, and Jim. If I didn't say your name, you're not on the board, but we got to get rolling here. So turn my controller on, and then we'll be ready to roll. But yeah, if everyone wants to start thinking about your year in music review and want to prepare for our last stream of the year, well, we will go through our musical favorites. We'll do free video shares, so you can drop the link and we'll play the videos of the respective music. The only rules that I'm saying to follow is it can either be from an album or it can be a single, but it had to have been released in 2025. That is the variable. So it can't be... If it's an old song, but someone covered it and released it in 2025, that counts. It just had to have... Whatever it was, had to have gotten its release between January 1st and New Year's Eve of 2025. And bonus points if they made a music video for that song. Just so we have something interesting to watch. But yeah, our New Year's Eve stream, we'll be doing Kicking Ass and Taking Names, a year-end review of Tunage. Oh, and Waddy jumping the barricade, getting that W. Well done, Waddy. Why did I put the Yitza Pizza hat on? It was a W, not a Yitza. I'm overtired. W stands for Waddy, folks. Mine was the entirety of the K-pop Demon Hunter soundtrack. A lot of my friends who have kids have been like, they've shared their Spotify Wrapped and stuff, and they've been like, ignore that. That was my kids, and almost all of them was like the soundtrack to K-pop Demon Hunter. Oh, but we did get some Eats of Pizzas there, so now we put the hat back on. All right, Waddy with the W, Jim second, getting that sexy silver, Fates in third, CB Geek fourth, Anya May fifth, your boy sixth, Pudge seventh, Seema stealing that first eighth, and he eats a pizza, getting 2/3 of a hat trick right out the gate. Might I suggest for an event like that a second rule regarding not overriding others' select? Well, it's not going to be using the video share function. It's going to be sending a link so I can full screen and play it. It's not going to be, because that would limit it to 60 seconds and we're going to play the whole things. So that way, people won't interrupt other people's alerts. Seema, how dare. I dare, says Seema. All right, let's move on to race number 2, Electric Boogaloo. Clean running waters. Something we all need, exclamation point play. Played Mine to You in the car on the way to Nini's during my move. YouTube made it my recap song even. It's only 2 months old. Well, clearly it got a lot of plays. I mean, with my Apple Music telling me that, all the time I've spent listening to Dead Motel, like I've only found out about this album like 3 months ago, and I listened to it in those 3 months more than anything else for this year. Okay, cool. My bad. Thought you were using sound alerts. We'll either have folks like preemptively drop links into Discord or
Rickshaw Tom just re-enlisted for 57 months. God damn it. It's early, right? Is there, Marbs? Oh, just got here.
Well, you're just in time at least. I'm still under the weather here, and I don't have much. I don't have another hour worth of babbling in me for stream wise. So we have to marb now while I still have some voice left. So that's why we're marbing now. But you only missed one race. But
debilitating headaches, night sweats and fever drive, flaky skin, sudden swings in mood, blurred vision, swelling of the tongue, and a rare form of kidney disease.
We do have some Christmas alerts in there to set the season. And we have gross PP yellow lights on. So, ew. So, you did random HB, but they're all just gross PP yellow. Ew. So, we're gonna change back to red here. It's making me look a little jaundiced. But thank you for the 57 months! Gotta check your inner Ralph Garman if you want to babble on. Oh, I see what you did there. Oh yeah, back to red is good. All right. Oh, now we got 10 Marbs on the board. Let's go. All right, we got Tomp, we got myself, HB, CMOS. Lizard. Scared the crap out of me. But I found the sound that went along with the meme, so there we go. Lizard. And of course, it was CB Geek that played it. But yeah, Rickshaw Tom, myself, HB, Seema, CB Geek, Anya May, Pudge, Jim, Fates, and Waddy. If I didn't say your name, you're not on the board. Exclamation point play. A rare form of swelling of the tonjui. Licking a pole isn't rare, buddy. Get in the back of the line of the clinic. That meme makes me laugh every time I hear it. Me too. It's just so silly.
It's funny because it doesn't hurt anybody.
Although I thought I had set it up to play the image. Oh, probably because I disabled that because it was playing the train animation with every sound alert. I got to figure that out. Well, that's going to be when I sort that out. It should play the GIF every time. We'll see though. We'll see. All right. Well, let's get rolling here. So take another swiggeroony of my liquid to keep my throat alive. And a classic we pulled from the vault. All right, Seema leading the way, Jim in second, Waddy in third. Of course, now that I've said Jim is in second, we'll see what happens. Because apparently it is a curse if I make mention of Jim's Marb doing well. Well, and now Jim has dropped way down the pack. Maybe it's okay. Maybe there's credence to that Clearwater revival. Now Anyame is leading the way. Pudge is in second, and Jim's moving back up. Back up in the top three, duking it out with Pudge. But Waddy's there as well. Anyame is still leading the way, though. It's my ringtone with effects. This is a fast-moving labyrinth here. Our Anyame still holding on. Here comes Pudge and Jim, though. Oh, now all right, three-way tie for the lead here. Anybody's race at this point. Is that finish in sight? Oh, we're getting close there. We'll see what happens. Oh, and thanks to the obstacle, Jim shooting out into the lead here into this Dentine ice-flavored Twizzler. But here comes Pudge like a bat out of hell. What is going on in there? Ah! All right, Jim is holding on. Holding on for one more day. And it's Jim's race to lose at this point. The curse of Eric. All right, closing in on the end here. And from the other side of the world, Jim with the W. Curse be damned. Curse be damned. All right, who's going to get that sexy silver second? Looks like it's going to be Pudge getting that sexy silver second. HB third. Anyame in fourth. Here comes your boy in fifth. Waddy in sixth. Top seventh. CP Geek stealing that eighth. Fates in ninth. Here comes Seema rounding things out here. Damn it, Jim, says Tom. But Jim with a W. Well done, well done. CP Geek, how dare. Jim broke the curse. All right, let's move on to race number 3. We're halfway there. Whoa, living on a prayer of Ancient Marble Festival. Exclamation point play. Now I'm truly damned. I'll have to go to a hell. Just one hell. During business hours. To stand in an unfortunate queue. All right, exclamation point play, everybody. I think 10 is our magic number. All right, we are being forced to roll another ad here, so we're just gonna...
I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the freaking frogs gay. Do you understand that? Turn the freaking frogs gay. Serious crap gay.
I didn't realize that one was still in that playlist. All right, well, we'll wait for this ad to roll, then we'll be set for the rest of stream. Where else can you get black eggs? Someone who's bad at farming. And Asian food store. HB says, Jim, the A-Hell is open from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. Monday through Thursday, 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. Friday and Saturday, and 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Sunday. Yeah, that dingus CP Geek. 1,000-year eggs or 100-year eggs, century eggs, are pretty popular. I like them in congee. Also, don't completely quote me.
Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed.
Congee. Okay. No, now I learned. Congee. But anyway, don't quote me, but I think I've seen packs like a 4-pack of them at Costco like last month. Because I did a double take and I was like, what? In this state? Isn't that a Japanese character set? It is that as well. Kanji characters, yeah. I hope that a-hole doesn't have anything to do with butthole pleasures. Well, it's not about butthole pleasures unless you listen to sound alerts, and then which case for us, I guess it was. Because we
Shit,
had
piss, fuck, cock, pee-pee, wiener, butthole, wee-wee, suck, fart, fairy, hairy, poopy, scooby, pee-pee, poopy, doopy, loopy, fuck, nut.
butthole pleasures and everything that comes with it, I guess. But yeah, if you...
We've tried nothing and we're all out of ideas.
Boop, boop, bap, 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 boop, boop, bap, bap, bap. But yeah, if you weren't here when we were going through the year in review, there's a sound alerts year in review for those of us that use it, and our most played alert was butthole pleasures. We had 250 butthole pleasures this year. And we played 4 hours and 52 minutes worth of sound alerts. 1,900 of them, and 707 of those were played by CP Geek. So apparently it is about the butthole pleasures. If you run the numbers. Is 250 a luxurious number of butthole pleasures? Apparently it was about the butthole pleasures. Top, I've been slacking. Alright, 9 Marvs on the board. We're missing someone. Me and HB are 60% of the butthole pleasures. Yeah, unfortunately it doesn't tell me, like, who did what that number of times. They don't get that big into it. Or we got Fates, Waddy, Seamaw, Jim, CB Geek, Anya May, myself, Rickshaw Tom, and HB. I think we're missing Pudge, if Pudge is still here. It's about butthole pleasures, at least according to CB Geek. Waddy, no, because it's not about that. If I heard that right. So, Pudge, if you're still in the store, come on down to the service desk and exclamation point play.
Duncan Fuzz! Does he fuck? Fuck! He does!
Yeah, we pulled some out of the archive just for fun to round out the year. But yeah, if Pudge is still out there, how you cure your buttholes? Is that what that stands for? Ham, yummy, cucumbers, yucky, bananas? All right, well, I don't know if Pudge is still here, but we got to get rolling. Because we're fighting the old sore throat. I missed a Pudge? Sadness. Haven't seen her in any bit. Yeah, Pudge was here. Pudge might still be here. But just not rolling. But let's get rolling here. Oh, hi, Pudge, says HB. Our world record on this score is 2 minutes, 21 seconds. And a 7, apparently. They don't care about the 8th, they only care about 7. All right, let's see here. Looks like Rickshaw Tom's leading on the left, and I think Seema's leading on the right, but we shall see. It's Zoidberg! Why not Zoidberg? Boop, 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 boop. No, Anya May's in the lead, actually. My mistake. Podge, how do? They see me rolling, they yeetin', patrolling and trying to catch me marbling dirty. Our Anime is in the lead, HB is in second, but again, anything could happen. There's still a ways to go. Ooh la la, there's still a ways to go. What the heck is this? Snow? Okay, I guess we're rolling in the snow. Everybody greeting Pudge. I don't even know if Pudge is still here, but the sentiment is nice. Looks like a little Donkey Konga going on over here. Maybe. Donkey Konga. That's a name I've not heard in a long time. Oh, and Waddy eats a pizza, but ending up in 9th instead of 8th. But a Yeats a Pizza is one of the notches for a hat trick. Damn it! Fine, I guess. Pudge says her phone died. Alright, no worries, no worries. Ooh, I misread HB's greeting. Get it, HB, or Anya, Eric out. Oh, I didn't want you to have to go to Yeats a Pizza on your own, so I decided to just bring the 8th along with me to get some Yeats a Pizza, just in case, you know. Ooh la la. HB with the W. Sure, sure. Donkey Kong is like one of the 5 GameCube games that don't say them's fighting words around here. We love the GameCube around here. Mr. Man. HB with a W. Rickshaw Tom with that sexy silver second. Anya May 3rd. Seema 4th. CB Geek in 5th. Jim for 6th. Now we're just waiting for Fates. Oh, Fates is way back there. It's Fates versus the Flames of Oblivion. Is Fates gonna make it? CB Geek, did you eat that broccoli? Just like a mom to be like, did you eat your broccoli, son? All right, but HB with the W. Well done. Rickshaw Tom 2nd, Anime 3rd, Seema 4th, CB Geek 5th, Jim 6th, Fate 7th, myself Steel in the 8th, flying in the face of the packed members, but getting some Yitza Pizza as well, Jordan Waddy. All right, now we'll move on to race number 4, the penultimate race, number 4 out of 5, Friendly Running Shindig, exclamation point play. Hell no, it's in the fridge with the other 80% of the teriyaki chicken. Wife will probably eat it tomorrow. Melee, 1,000 Year Door, Air Ride, Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, Sunshine. Geez, that's just the great GameCube games I can think of off the top of my head. Metroid Prime, yep. Speaking of which, Metroid Prime 4 dropped today, I think. Abby Normal! Welcome in, welcome in. I do now own a box of Twizzlers heavier than Oreo Kit. While Metroid Prime 4 may not be the killer app necessary to warrant the purchasing of a Switch 2, it is available for the regular Switch. So maybe my holiday present to myself will be Metroid Prime 4. Because it could be one of those things where, like Twilight Princess was released on both GameCube and the Wii, the GameCube version ends up being worth a lot more money in later years because more copies sold on the newer console. I don't know. Path of Radiance, Luigi's Mansion. There's more, but I'm not thinking of them. Oh yeah, we're on the same team there. We both celebrate the GameCube's entire catalog, even stuff that isn't like, and we haven't mentioned Eternal Darkness. But I mean, the less that we say about Billy Hatcher and the Giant Egg, the better. But not everything. Not everything is Billy fucking Hatcher. For those that remember that.
I look at him in his face and I say, "Have you checked your body?"
Oh, that's what you were saying. Have you checked your... Okay, that's what you were saying. Okay, I get. Billy fucking Hatcher. You know, for shits and giggles, I should go back and just try that again. Just try playing Billy fucking Hatcher again. All right. We got 6 Marbs on the board. We got 7 Marbs on the board. Who's holding out on us? All right, we got Abby, Normal, Waddy, Seema, Jim, myself, Fates, and CB Geek. If I didn't say your name, you're not on the board. There's Anime, there's Rickshaw Tom. Our magic number should be 10 now, with Abby Normal on the board, since we no longer have Pudge. I think we're just missing HB. Is that who we're missing? I think we're just missing HB. I want a Switch 2 just so I can not get constant crashes. My Switch is old and used to hell, especially since I have used it 99.99999999999 in handheld mode. That's fair. And I think in the years that I've had my Switch, I've used it in handheld mode maybe 4 or 5 hours total. I've only ever used it docked. Otherwise. By the way, I found that the only way to deal with kids saying 6-7 is to say it even more than they do. Yeah. Yeah. I really don't mean to yuck others' yum, but I've got problems with Nintendo regarding consumer friendliness, emulation, game, and console pricing. Also, last time I had really honest many hours fun with Nintendo was probably SNES. And that's fair, and that's absolutely valid. It's absolutely valid. Some of the shenanigans and the shit that they pull against their own customers is just absolutely ridiculous.
Just listed for 61 months. 61 months of streaking, that's a lot of streaking.
Going heavy duty on the nudity. 61 months. Thank you so much, Lamp. Greatly appreciated. Exclamation point play. Get on the board with us if you don't mind. There it is.
Flair, the President of the United States.
Now you're officially here. By joining this race, you agree to my terms. Not having a stable living situation. Doc, you mean clunky charger, right? Until recently, I've never had. Yeah, and again, that's the nice thing about that console is you have the flexibility to do that. And not being chained down to a TV. Oh, hype train incoming. Oh, I guess if there's one other sub or one other bit of hundreds that comes on in, then you'd launch a second hype train. We don't need to do that, but the possibility is there in the next 90 seconds. Tom, 6'7" isn't 69. Nice. Oh, shit! Waddy kicking off the hype train.
Incredible Woody just shared 100 bits.
Hype Train 2 Electric Boogaloo kicked off by Waddy. Well done. Thank you so much. Hype Train started. Oh my God, there's so much happening. %43% level 1 Hype Train. Thank you so much. Forgot that one was in there. Fate says, absolutely understand people's issues with Nintendo, but sadly they only...
Debilitating headaches, night sweats and fever drive. Flaky skin, sudden swings in mood, blurred vision, swelling of the tongue, and a rare form of kidney disease.
And Jim throwing another gifted sub in.
Jim today gifted a dear 1 sub to Shinzel 12.
Thank you so much, Jim. Yeah, we got some winter and Christmas related sound alerts in there. We got some old classics from deep in the vault. We got some new stuff in there. Just to spice things up for the end of the year. I'm going to lose. Well, you never know. You never know. Section 31 is Starfleet Gestapo. All right, well, thank you. Let's see. So, Chris the Lamp, thank you for the resub. Rickshaw Tom, thank you for the 100 bits. Thank you, Rickshaw Tom, for the resub. Thank you, Jim, for the gifted sub. And thank you, Waddy, for the 100 bits. Thank you, Seema, for the 100 bits. Oh, God.
We're not gonna take it. No, we ain't gonna take it. We're not gonna take it anymore. We've got the right to choose it. There ain't no.
I forgot this is what this one was.
This is our life. This is our song. We'll fight.
Oh, and it keeps going.
We just don't.
Oh, you're getting your 100 bits worth, Seema.
Cause you don't know us, you don't belong. We're not gonna
And it keeps going.
No, we ain't gonna
I did not know this was so long. Or maybe I did and forgot.
take it anymore. Oh, you're so talented.
Is this the whole damn song?
Your goal is
Maybe 100 bits isn't expensive enough.
don't want nothing, not a thing from you. Your life is dry and jaded, boring and confused.
Oh, you're definitely getting your bits worth, Seema.
Your best won't do.
Is it going to end now? No, it's not. It's going to keep going. It's the whole damn thing.
No way. We're right. We're free.
Yeah, I gotta increase the price on this. This is crazy. Am I disassociating? That was so close to being the whole damn song. Oh my god. Well, thank you for the 100 bits, Seema. No, you didn't break it. I didn't realize it was that long. You. All right, let's see. 10 Marbs on the board. Let's get rolling. All right, 81% level 1 hype train. 35 seconds remain. We'll have our dongs of the ringy dingy at the end of this race. Or dong of the ringy dingy if it stays on level 1. Oh, apparently this course has boosts on it. CB Geek just did a boost. Apparently. That one should be like 500 bits for how long it is. Yeah, something like that. Or maybe I just go in and cut it down a little. All right, there we go. Level 1 hype train, 81%. 2 gifted subs, 300 bits. Thank you so much, everyone. That's 2 hype trains for this stream, which I greatly appreciate, especially considering the fact that I'm still kind of under the weather here, fighting a sore throat, which is why we're having to, even then, we're dragging Marbs out so long, we're almost going to midnight anyway. But that's all right. We're having fun. We're having fun. We're enjoying ourselves. Enjoy yourself. It's later than you think. Enjoy yourself while you're still in the pink. The years go by as quickly as a wink. Enjoy yourself, enjoy yourself. It's later than you think. Little Guy Lombardo and his Canadian Orchestra. It was a favorite of mine when I was like 6 years old. Because my grandparents had a Guy Lombardo cassette tape in their car, and I would always want to listen to it when we would drive places. And Waddy once again eats a pizza, this time a little further away from 8th. But we'll see. Maybe a packed member will lock it in. We shall see. If you want high hours of gameplay value with great story, I might suggest having a look at some of the popular PC RPGs. Steam says I'm up to 579 hours in Fallout 4, 370 hours in Elite Dangerous, 287 in Borderlands 3, 250 in Cyberpunk 2077, a little over 200 with Fallout 76, 180 into Battletech, and then there's classics like GTA 5, Mass Effect, Stellaris, and a whole bunch of other excellent titles. The Royal that's what it is. That's what it was. I knew you would correct me. It's Guy Lombardo and the Royal Canadians. Rickshaw Tom eats a pizza. CP Geek with the W. Seema second. Yeah, good old Guy Lombardo. All right, Abby Normal rounding out the top 3. HB in 4th. That means Fate's just missing the 4th. Fate's getting 5th. That's Anime versus Jim for 6th and 7th. For 6th, 7th. And, and your boy got hit by the Flames of Oblivion, so I didn't technically steal 8th. I got Oblivioned. I didn't technically steal 8th. Eric, how dare! Well, I guess there's no hiding that. But CB Geek with the W, Seema second, Abby Normal third, HB fourth, Fates in 5th, Anime 6th, Jim 7th, myself in 8th, and getting how dared, Tomp in 9th, and Waddy rounding things out in 10th. Let's move on to the last race here. That's right. That means last call. Last call. Pick up those final purchases, bring them down to the service desk because this Ames is closing. Last call to roll some Marbs. Thank you for shopping. Get out of the store. We'll be back on Tuesday. Oh, yeah. Many of those were either too expensive for me to get the hardware to play or required stable internet. I only recently got truly stable internet. Well, and now that you are settled and you have your little office set up, so maybe good to start keeping an eye on like the the Epic Games and everything. Once again, start building up that PC collection. That's kind of how it started shifting for me, as I just started picking up really, really cheap or free stuff between Steam and other online stores, and now I have a massive PC game collection, and I rarely ever touch a console unless I'm streaming. Back on Tuesday? Jeez! Wow, this game has terrible customer service. Well, they went out of business for a reason. Speaking of which, I just picked up Borderlands 4 in the Steam sale. Gonna start that as soon as I'm done with Dispatch, which is effing rad. Alright, next match I want to play, everybody. While that list contains a mix, there's plenty of titles there that don't require fast, stable internet to play. Well, but also, like, having a place, a residence where you can set your stuff up also is kind of important. Because not having stable residence makes a lot of other stuff, take priority. Holy shit, Rivals does end-of-year reviews. I don't like those numbers. Well, it's something to improve for next year. Ate so much Chinese food. Oh, I've been there. It's both a good decision and a bad decision. At least usually Chinese food digests pretty quick, so you get over the whole, oh god, I ate so much thing pretty quickly. It's the kind of customer service we all dream of giving but never can. That would be the dream. That's because Mr. Frickin' House runs the service desk. I always forget about Mr. Frickin' House. Paging Mr. Frickin' House to the service desk. Come on, Mr. Frickin' House. Get your marbs on the board. Mr. Frickin' House wants to go home to his frickin' house. Thank you, shopping at Abe's. Perfect amount of Chinese food, no notes. Yep, I'm using my laptop in my office space right now. I have my desktop in a box behind me, but I'm procrastinating setting that up since I'm not going to be here to use it for a little while and relog into my accounts after 3 years. Well, yeah, and you got to install updates and all that other stuff too. So better to do it when you've got time to just like set the updates to run and then go do other stuff. And if you're going to be going away on a trip for a couple of weeks, yeah, save it till you get back. No need to do it now. All right, exclamation point play, everybody. If you wish list stuff you're interested in on Steam, they'll let you know when it's on sale. Usually have good quarterly deals. Also, Humble Bundle can be a fantastic way to get a bunch of high-value games inexpensively while contributing to good causes. Oh yeah, I mean, there's ways to do it. All right, we got 9 Marbs on the board. Who we missing here? Who we missing? All right, we got Anime, myself, Jim, Abby Normal, Waddy, HB, CB Geek, Fates, and Rickshaw Tom. I think we're missing Lamp, unless Lamp was just jumping in for the one and then taking off. Thank you! Some folks don't realize just how fucked up an unstable residence makes people. They can't even take showers or get their clothes clean most of the time. And it doesn't take much for people to end up in that situation either. Sometimes all it takes is like a health issue or something comes up and you for like maybe can't work and you miss one paycheck. That so many people are like literally one paycheck away from homelessness or one paycheck away from being unhoused. Like, especially now, people are running so close to the edge. And welcome to my Rainbow of Chaos. And for anyone who can, this is the season of giving. After all, there is a link. If you can throw a couple bucks to help our friend HB out, who is currently in that same sort of situation. Anything we can do to help you out. I have thankfully never officially been homeless, but due in part to my situation, did a lot of couch hopping, had a MacBook Pro as a primary machine for some time. More Rainbow of Chaos. All right, 10 Marbs. Did Lamp sneak on in there, or who were we missing? Okay, we got Anime, myself, C Ma, Jim, Abby Normal, Rickshaw Tom, Fates, CB Geek, HB, and Waddy. If I didn't say your name, you're not on the board. But I think 10 is our magic number. It is our last race. We're gonna roll. World record on this course was set by Mr. Moses Mike, 2 minutes 16 seconds. All right, we're bouncy. Those aren't deadly lasers, they're just the regular type. All right, Seema way out in the lead, Anime in second, your boy in third. Big hugs, HB, stay strong and hang in there, says Seema. Got into a Salvation Army shelter earlier this week, so unless I fuck up and get kicked out, I should be okay for the next. Well, that's good at least. At least you've got that roof. That helps a lot. I remember one of the previous places I lived, there were 3 washers. One is unavailable most of the day, but there's 2 others to help that. Both of the available ones broke simultaneously. One had no water, while the other was overflowing. I wonder where the water went. Downhill. All right, Anime in the lead, Seema second, your boy in third. Seema, though, looking to overtake. Anime holding on, though. Holding on for one more day. Oh, Jim's sneaking on through. Moving into first place here. Will it last, though? Will it last? Roof, place to sleep, able to wash clothes, shower, and 3 meals a day, even though it's all donated stuff. That's around expiration date, but not... Hey. It gets those basic needs met, and we're glad you have it, and hopefully it's enough stability to get you set up in something a little more long-term. Back on them feet, as it were. Anime sneaking right out in front of Jim there. But it's still very close. Still a very close race. Jim doesn't think it would last. It's definitely a step in the right direction. Getting our basic human needs met is priority number 1. To be a launching pad to something better. Yep. And I got a case manager that I meet on Monday. Goal is to get me a job and house by the time my 90 days is up. Heck yeah, HB. Heck yeah. Oh, Jim is back in the lead here. Heading towards the finish. Oh, Rickshaw Tom eats a pizza. All right, can Jim pull it off? There you go, Jim. Pulling off the W. Well done. Well done. Seema second. Your boy in third. Anyame fourth. CB Geek fifth. HB sixth. Oh. Abby Normal seventh. Is this Waddy with the hat trick? Well, that's Waddy with an eighth. Is that a hat trick for Waddy, though? I can't remember. But Waddy got her eighth. And then Fate's in ninth, and then Tom getting some Yeetsa Pizza. Waddy got her eighth. I think you did, because I think I remember saying W stands for Waddy, because we say that a lot. So yeah, I think that's a hat trick. So well done, Waddy. Oh, I'll have to put the hat trick sound back in there. That's one of the ones I forgot about. All right, but now let's move on to Victory Valley, who stands tall and proud and is going home with all the gold, glory, and bragging rights. In third place, going home with LeBrons, we've got Seema! In second place with silver, sexy silver is none other than HB! Well done, HB. And in first place, going home with all the gold, glory, bragging rights is none other than the most
Excellent!
Jim! Way to pull it off, Jim, from halfway around the world. 128 points, 2 dubs, and the overall victory, showing us how it's done. HB second, 114 and 1.
Pleasures. It's not about butthole pleasures.
It's not how it's done, it's just rolling the marb. HB second, 114 and 1. Seema third, 60 and 0. Rickshaw Tom in fourth, 60 and 0. Anya May fifth, 54 and 0. Pudge sixth, 52 and 0. Waddy seventh, so close, 40 and 1. CP Geek getting that overall eighth, 38 and 1. Fates in ninth, 32 and 0. Abby Normal 10th, 24 and 0. And ya boy dead last, 22 and Zamo. But that's okay. I'm just here for the Yeetza Pizza and the fact that we are all
Excellent!
to each other. So round of applause across the board. CP Geek, how dare. Whoever that is, how dare. I can't read that. Fates might be applying to Costco when he gets back for the holidays. It might be a cool job. Normally I despise doing retail, but yeah, Costco is, from what I've heard, a very they take care of their employees very well. So that's absolutely, if you need to work retail, that seems to be a place that you would want to work. So we're rooting for you. Just a heads up, Fates, the job market is absolutely dog shit right now. I've been applying for jobs since the end of September, and I've only had a couple interviews. Waddy dances with his middle finger up like an idiot. Well, CP Geek dances with his middle fingers up like an idiot. All right, everybody, we are at the end of the line here for this stream. I gotta get my voice rested here. I pushed it a bit harder and longer than I wanted to tonight, but heck, we missed Tuesday. Been a hot minute since that one. Anime says, good night, everyone. Half crashed already. Hugs and loves. Good night, Anime. Thank you for hanging out. Oh, we owe everyone a dong of the ringy dingy for that second hype train. So before anyone goes, this is for y'all for that second hype train. So... and one more in hopes that everyone has a great weekend. But yes, I'll do my best to rest up and feel better, so we should be able to have Tuesday stream like normal. And yeah, other than that, it's been a good stream. Thank you so much, everyone. Always wonderful hanging out here with all you fine folks. And yeah, don't forget, we've got a couple new things in the merch store already. There's going to be more stuff in on by Tuesday, so if you want to check those out.
I look like I know what a JPEG is. I just want a picture of a goddamn hot dog. Goddamn hot dog. Goddamn hot dog. Goddamn hot dog. I just want a picture of a goddamn hot dog. I look like I know what a JPEG is. I just want a picture of a goddamn hot dog.
Thank you so much for the 100 bits, CB Geek. Greatly appreciated. Greatly appreciated. And yeah, so we will be back on Tuesday Also, those PJs are freaking great. I put in a new channel point redemption to make me put on a onesie immediately, and the stream had started for all of 90 seconds, and Waddy found and redeemed it. So that is now an option as well as the other holiday hats. So we are in full swing December. So yeah, did it before stream started. So hey, what can I say? You all have your fingers on the pulse of this community. So, all right, I really gotta. My throat's really starting to hurt. So I gotta stop babbling and get on out of here. I'm gonna put a pot of water on the stove, get some moisture into the air here, and then head on off to bed. But have a great weekend, everyone. I hope to see you again on Tuesday. And here's your finger, far from the pulse. Say, would you like a chocolate-covered pretzel? They're a little bit melty, but damn, are they exquisite.
Lizard, 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 lizard.
Jim's stomach thinks it's the night and it's only 2 p.m. Wanted Ikanari steak. Now I don't know what to do. Well, can you find steak at 2 p.m.?
Lizard, 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 lizard.
Oh, man. I'm either going to love or hate that I put that in there. All right. I'd probably love it. All right. All right. For real this time. For real, not for play. Have a good night, everyone. So until next time, so long and good night. So long and good night.
And butthole pleasures. It's not about butthole pleasures at all.
Well, apparently it is. If your sound alerts, it is about the butthole pleasures. But we'll find out more next time.
Fuzzy duck! Ducky fuzz! Does he fuck? Fuck he does!
And on that note, we cue the music.